Hey everyone, how's it going? Hey, this is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks, and I've got a few trades that I want to add to my watch list, and I thought I would share them with everybody. This is, what is this, Wednesday, December 16, 2020. The market is closed, and well, let's just take a look at a few of these. Today was a great day, by the way. Yesterday was a fantastic day. We took down roadblocks and yeah, we made some hay here. Let's take a look at the SPY. Currently, let's do this. Nice little trend up on the SPY. And then we've started to move down, then back up. We've got a nice J-hook continuation pattern in the making here. Now, it won't be official till it actually breaks out. And let's see, breaks out like this maybe. And then we get a little follow through. That would be awful nice. I'm going to have to remain bullish one more day. I'm taking this one day at a time. I'm going to have to remain bullish. Price is still above the T-line. No big sell signal. We had a couple of signals here that certainly made you stand up and take a second look, but it looks like the bulls have overcome that. I want to sneak over here to this chart. This is the 3-bar chart, and notice we're still trending up. No candlesticks, no price action. The 3 EMA is still leading the T-line, and the T-line is still leading the Trendicator here, and the Trendicator is green. So because of that, I'm going to have to remain bullish, and the daily is still up, of course. Let's take a look at this T2122. We are horribly overbought according to this, the 4-week new high low ratio. I don't trade with this. However, I do peek at it, and you know, when we're very overbought like this, I try to pump the brakes a little bit. I try to have a little caution, but when it comes down to it, I'm going to trade with the trend. I'm going to trade with the trend, and I'm going to trade with price action. That seems to work pretty good for my style of trading, and so, well, I'll just keep doing that. All right, let's take a look at some charts today. Man, there's some good charts out there, too. This was tough today, finding charts to talk about, not because they were thin, it's because there's so many of them, and can only have so many on here. It looks like we're going to look at 11 charts tonight. These are charts that I'm adding to my watch list to... either some of them I'm in, and we'll talk about those. Some I may add to, excuse me, I may add to as the price moves up, and I may not. I don't know, but I'll let you know the ones I'm in. Again, this is for educational purposes, just sharing the Road to Wealth account with you. The Road to Wealth account is up over 140% since mid-August this year, and well, I just figured I would share what I do with you, and maybe that'll be educational and help you. Maybe it'll, you know, bring questions. So feel free to ask. All right, let's take a look at Blink. Now, Blink is one that I'm in, currently up 28%. I want to talk about Blink here first. This was featured as a trade idea recently, and started to move up, and I bought it. We're all happy. Everything's good. We're up now. Well, now it's at a place where it might, you know, with an inside day, I might look to add to it if it looks like it's going to hold in here. This still has some potential, and I'm no reason to put that up there. We were talking in the room about that. But this looks like it has potential. $29 stock. Man, I see this going up here and testing this high at minimum. That's what I'm looking for, and then you know, breaking out of that. So in our, you know, the way the Road to Wealth account works, it's not about maximizing a trade. It's about taking profits along the way. One thing that I've learned over my years of trading, charts that go up also pull back. Now, granted, it can go up again and it'll pull back. It can go up again, it'll pull back, and it can go up again and pull back. I hear from people all the time that say, well, why are you getting out? Why don't you just raise your stop up? And my answer is always, well, this is my trade, and you trade your trade, and I'll trade my trade. Every trader has their own style of trading, and hopefully it's what works for you. And there is nothing wrong at all with getting into a chart, finding out where the pullback is, where the support is. If it holds your support and it keeps going up, you can just keep doing that and just raising your stop up. That's not the style of the Road to Wealth account. And the style of the Road to Wealth account is simply as the price moves up and we start hitting our goals. And when I say hitting our goals, it's also exceeding our goals. Not, just because we hit our goal doesn't mean that we're going to close it. If the pattern still looks good, if the bulls still look like we will hold it. We might take some off, and then we still have another one up here holding that goal. Or, it may be up here before we end up closing it. So to me, it's not about targets. It's about the goals in here. And it's something we teach, every day in the trading room if you're interested in learning more about that. EC. I don't know that I actually talked about this so much. So if we can get another buy in here, that's possible. I may or may not do that. I don't know. Not tonight, I don't know. 29.40 for a stop, though. And then if it starts moving up, of course, raise that stop up. That's what we'll be looking at. X is another chart. X has had a nice run up. It's had a pullback. We've got 1, 2, 3 bars down here. Looks like created a bottom in here, holding up right there. A doji, and then we're inside the buy box today. This, I know several people that actually bought this today, and it certainly makes sense. We've got a downtrend breakout here. What I'm looking for is maybe another day inside this box, or maybe we open up, we start to break out. I'll look for that as a buy. Looking for about 1750, 1745 maybe as a stop. And of course, raising the stop as price goes up a little bit. And in our typical Road to Wealth trading fashion, the rules that we have for it, we'll take profits off as it starts breaking out up here. That'll probably put us in the numbers. But we'll start taking profits off. And if it starts moving up right there, that's kind of the trend we're looking for, and that to me would be a perfect area to be taking some profits. Fetch, FTCH may be setting up. Nice hammer today, gorgeous hammer today. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll call it 7 bars here that I think we could put in a little bit of a box, and we could call that a pop out of the box. It hasn't popped out yet, but it's created the box in here. What I would be looking for is positive trading. Inside the box would be positive trading for me. And then if it started to break out, I think that might be a good place that we might look at a possible entry. Volume's pretty good on that. I just noticed that there. And we're looking at about 58.40 for a target. I'm sorry, for a stop. Win, take a look at Win. What a beautiful, beautiful chart right in here. And this seems like the sellers were just hammering right here. They just would not let the buyers through. And finally, it broke out, and that would have been a great buy today. We did not buy that. So what I'm going to look for is maybe another day of inside the box or rest, or possibly a breakout. Right now we're going to look at 111.40 as a stop. Now, of course, if we end up buying it up here, say, at this level, then what we'll do is we will raise that stop up according to our rules. And I can't put a stop on it right now because, well, I don't exactly know where the buy might be, but it'll be in this area right in there. That I know. It'll be in that area, and then 115. Man, I don't see any reason why this can't get to 130 up here. That'd be a nice little Let's do this. Let's put this up there. You know, we get up to about that 130 area, something like that. And then, like we always do, we'll be taking, you know, profits right up there with that trend. CLF, this is another nice chart. Putting in a great looking flag here. A big breakout candle. And then we've got these 3 bars of a pullback, kind of a hammer candle yesterday. Today a little doji, both of them inside the buy box. Let's bring this back down right here. And we're right, we are right there. So I'd be looking for that buy. That's what I'll be looking for. Looking for that buy in there. And then we'll look for that swing to the upside here. $13 stock, there's no reason why it can't move 10-15%. And that's going to put you in the 15 area. That's what I see, 15, maybe $16 range. So this looks like a trade that the Road to Wealth account might be interested in. So again, it'll, a nice trend up there like that maybe. And then, like always, we'll be taking profits off on the way up. AMD, AMD might be setting up for another buy. We had it and closed it because, well, that's what we do. We had it and we pulled those profits off, and we were very happy with the trade. It was a good trade. Now, actually, it was up here. We took those profits, and then today, this is today's candle. So we've got a buy box. We just kind of wrapped it around both those candles here, using 94.80 for a stop. So what we'll be looking for is another buy in this area, and I'm actually going to draw this up so it's a little bit above as well. So the higher I buy it, the more likely I am to moving that stop up. Now we're getting close to that $100 mark, but to be honest, I'm thinking $100 and then probably, I'm thinking higher. So $100, then maybe we get to that 103, 104, 105. The angle here might not be like that. The angle here might be more like a little bit down here, not quite as aggressive. But then again, we will be taking our typical profits off into strength. VALE is another chart. This is a nice looking pop out of the box chart pattern, and what that is just a sideways consolidation with a very narrow range from top to bottom. That fits it pretty good right there. We're inside the buy box here, so I'd be looking at this above 1655, but below this 1730. That's what we'll be looking for. So I'm going to put a little buy circle in there like that. Once that's bought, then we'll be looking for it to move up. And of course, if it doesn't, and I want to remind everybody that not all trades work out. I get asked this all the time. Do we have losses? Yes, we have losses. All the time we have losses. Trading is one of the keys to trading is when you have a loss, put your big boy pants on, suck it up and take the loss, be done with it, and then work on those winners. I know we don't like to take losses. Nobody does. Sometimes you get these trades, you just think, oh man, that's got to work out, and then they start coming down. Excuse me. And how can I possibly be wrong about this? Well, believe me, you can't be. So you find every reason in the world to hold it, and it goes down more. And once again, you find every reason in the world why you should be in this. And finally, it gets to a point where, goodness, it ruins your day. You can have a week's worth of positive trading, and one trade can kill that trade. That's why we put stops on. There's a reason. When I see something go down here, I'm out of it. And man, I have found that to be a huge key to trading. So mind those stops. Excuse me. So again, I'm looking for a buy up here, 16.55, and then, well, I hate to sound like a broken record, but we'll take profits on the way up. Hey, I want to go look at a chart that's actually not on the list, but I want to show you today. Here's Coke. We were long Coke, and Coke closed below my stop, and I closed Coke. Now, do I think Coke can go higher? Yes, I do. Do I think that it might even go higher in a short period of time? It's possible. I can't say that for sure. But I have all the faith in Coke. I think Coke is likely to go higher. If we do something like this, Coke is still kind of trending, just sloppy here. But when I place a trade, I have a rule for that trade. I have some limits. I give it some slack. But if it slips below my slack, we're done. I'm just renting this chart. That's all. I'm renting it. I don't own it. I rent it. And I'm all about looking for good solid charts, but when I buy them, I expect them to go in my direction. If they don't, then I mean it could be a few reasons why not. And but one of them could be that you just picked a bad stock at a bad time, or it could be you picked a good stock at a bad time. Thing is, I'm not an investor. I'm a trader. I was part of a YouTube group today, kind of an interview today, and somebody asked me, well, how long do I own a stock? And I would say somewhere between 5 and 7 days is typical. Now, there's times that I'll own a stock for 2-3 weeks, and there's times that it'll just almost be an overnight trade. But I would say on average between 5 and 7 days. But if I'm able to, and it's just part of our trade plan, but if I'm able to find a trade that looks like it's going to move up, and it does, when it does, I pull those profits off. Again, I'm not marrying the stock. I don't feel I own the stock. I feel I'm just renting it. And that's, well, there's a little bit how we trade that Road to Wealth account. VALE, that's setting up pretty nice here. That's setting up very nice. Nice little pop out of the box. I think I might have talked about this one already. I think I did. So let's move right on here. SONO. So in the room today, I was looking for some stocks to talk about tonight, and one of our members, I apologize, I don't remember. I need to start writing those names down. Pointed out SONO, and SONO is also coming up on one of our scans here. But man, I liked that chart. I liked it so much that I actually bought it today. So I bought SONO today in here. What did I do? Yeah, I bought SONO. I bought the April 20 strike is what I did. Up about 1.5% right now at the close. So I like it inside this area here. When it starts to break out, that might be a good place for an add to perhaps. Right now I'm looking at 21.59, 21.55 as a stop. That's kind of steep down there. But if it does pull back, I actually may buy more on this. And then once it starts moving up, I will raise that stop up. And of course, if it closes below my stop, then I'll get out of it. CELH is another one that I like here. Nice looking consolidation. Nice little pullback here, flag pullback. We broke out of that flag. Whoops, right here. We broke out of that flag right there. Nice day today. Nice volume today. So what I'd be looking for is an inside day for a possible buy right in here. Looking for that inside day, possibly a breakout. That might be a little, well, if it's bought on a breakout, I'd have to raise that stop for sure. And in our typical fashion, let's just take the Trendicator here and just run it up. I'm just going to use this as a starting point. Use this over here as to touch the Trendicator. So that very possibly that could be the continued trend here. That's what it was here. But then again, what we're going to do, we're going to take profits on the way up into strength. Another chart is DKNG. This is another one that we had on the watch list for the past several days because of this big candle. We talked about it in a previous episode here on YouTube, right through here. I forget which day, which candle it was, but that was a previous buy box, and it was a buy inside this box or a buy breakout. So today we were starting to get alerted on the breakout. A couple of members also pointed that out. I went and looked at it, and I bought the chart. So I bought based on our rules right in this area here. A little higher than, there we go. Just right at that red line there, right at that breakout. I bought that. Right now we're holding a 51.70 stop. This to me looks like a possible candidate for an add to on pullback here. Let's use a different color there. We'll use this color. You know, on a pullback, and then what we'll watch for are the buyers to start stepping in. We may look to add to that. That looks like it's got some pretty good potential up here. The top is up here at 63.90. Now, I sure can't guarantee that it's going to get there. I can't do that. All I need for it to do is move up higher, move into our 20, 30, 40% profit area. And again, I know I probably sound like a broken record here. We're going to take our profits into strength. And the last one I have for tonight, this is a terrific looking rounded bottom breakout. I want to thank Doug over at Right Way Options. He stepped in the room this afternoon and he pointed this out. Beautiful rounded bottom breakout. This line here represents the dotted deuce. This line here represents the 200 period moving average. So this is looking excellent. What I'm going to do is move this a little bit over here like that. So I'm going to move this down. So what I would like to see is a buy in this area here. Let's go ahead and put a little circle in there for a possible buy in that area. Based on what I see right now, we'll be looking for 750 stop. Of course, if we buy a little higher, I'm going to raise that stop up because I really don't want to be facing an 8.5% stop. So if it's bought higher, we will raise that stop immediately. And then upon a breakout, we'll raise that stop up a little bit. And as always, it'll be the last time I say this on this video. We're going to take profits on the way up. And that right there is what we call base hits. And that is how we've been able to grow the Road to Wealth account. Looking for good chart setups and then profiting into strength as it moves up. All right, that was the video for today. Thank you everybody for watching it. I appreciate it, and I hope to see everyone in the trading room tomorrow. Thanks again.